like I said, I went to almost 10 different places for scan, and the result all came out the same: placenta previa, low-lying placenta. So I just said I'm going home. I went home. So my husband called his sister, Auntie Ada. Thank you so much. I love you. So my husband called his sister, and she there's this midwife that she knows. So she directed us there. She directed us to the midwife. Deep down me, I wasn't buying that idea. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really buy that idea of going to the midwife, because I really don't believe in a midwife. I don't know how to put it. I did not buy the idea. But at that point, I was ready to try her out. So we went there. We went to the midwife, and she checked me. After checking me, she gave me one native food. She gave me one. She's from Ogun State. Ogun State is in western part of Nigeria. So she gave me one native soup, and I ate. After eating, she said I should go back in 2 days time and we do the scan. I said okay. Fast forward to the day I went for the scan. I just want to put this out there. There's power in the tongue. There is power in the tongue. You can speak forth what you want and it will happen. I'm a living testimony that he just saw that the placenta is lying low. That it's completely blocking the baby, just like what my doctor said. I said okay. My husband called her and told her the outcome of the scan, and she said we should come back and see her on Monday. That same Monday, the hospital gave me appointment for the cesarean section. I said, what? Monday? I was calm. Throughout this thing, I was just calm. I was just recording my videos, editing I was just my normal self. Like, I didn't even try to think about it. I was not thinking about it. So then after that, this thing, my husband told me what the woman said. I said okay. The next day, I don't know what spirit came into me. I don't know. So I walked up to my husband and I told him, in fact, I've made up my mind. I'm going for the CS. He said, is that what you want? I said, yes, I'm going for the CS. That is what I want. He said, okay. I want to appreciate my husband for being a very supportive man. You guys, his words of encouragement, he never for once, like no matter how stupid the idea is, no matter how silly the idea is, he never for one day judge me for that. And I'm so grateful to God for that. So he said, is that what you want? I said yes. He said, you want to go for CS? I said yes. He said okay. That was just it. He said okay, no problem. That he will give the hospital a call that we are coming in. I said okay. But then he said, but can you do one thing for me? I said what? He said we'll have to go and see this woman that Monday. That after seeing her that Monday, then from there we'll go straight to the hospital. I said okay. That means I have to call the hospital to cancel my appointment. He said no, I shouldn't call them, because they said I should come in Sunday evening so that they will prepare me for the Monday CS. So he said that I shouldn't call them, I should just leave it. So on Sunday, I went to church. When it was time for prayer, I was just thanking God. I find myself literally thanking God all through the service. That was what I was doing. I was just thanking him for the miracle. Don't quote me wrong. Don't quote me wrong. I will thank him, and as the human being that I am, I will go back, I will go to my hiding place and I will cry. Not that I'm scared of CS. I'm not really scared of CS. But how can I give birth naturally in my first delivery, and here am I trying to give birth again through CS. It's like it didn't go down well with me. I was shy, I will pray, I will cry. So in my quiet time, I find myself speaking to the pregnancy, commanding the placenta to go back to the normal position. I just find myself doing that. So then that fateful Monday morning. So that Sunday, the Sunday, my husband said I shouldn't call the hospital. I didn't call them. So the Sunday, the doctor, the doctor assigned to me, called me, and he said, "Where are you?" I didn't know the best excuse I could give. I'm like, um, I was trying like, "I can't hear you, sir. Good evening, sir." He said, "Where are you? Are you still coming in today? They are waiting for me to prepare me. Am I still coming in today?" I said, "No, sir, I can't come in today. That I will come in tomorrow." He said, "If you're not coming in today, then forget." He said, "If you're not coming in today, then forget about it. If you come tomorrow, nobody will attend to you." That was what he said, and he hung up the call. At that point, I was now so scared. Like, I was so scared. I told my husband what he said. My husband said I should ignore him, which I did. I didn't bother calling him back or sending him message. I just totally ignored. Then after some minutes, a text message came into my phone. I opened it and it was from him. He said, if I'm not coming that Sunday night, that Sunday evening, then I should leave it till Tuesday. That I should come and rebook another day for my appointment for the cesarean section. I didn't reply the message. I also kept quiet. So that Monday, I went to the woman. We got there, waited her, and she said that I should come let her check me. I was already looking at her like, yeah, you know when, I don't know, like I was there, but my mind wasn't really there. I was just there for anything that wants to happen should happen. So she checked me and she said, "Madam, you already 4 cm dilated." I was 37 weeks and 5 days gone. I'm like, who is 4 cm man? Who is 4 cm dilated? Me. I looked at her again when I was already having doubts earlier on. Then when she said that one, the doubt was now going up to 60%. I was now having 60% of doubt. She said that it's most likely that I will give birth that evening. I was still laughing. How can I be 4 cm dilated and there was no contraction? I'm not even feeling any pain. I could feel normal movement of the baby moving around. So she directed me to another place to go for a scan. I went. The scan still said is placenta previa. That means the placenta is still covering the baby. So any attempt on me to go into labor to be bleeding. So we came back with the report and we gave it to her. She was confused. I was confused. My husband was confused. We were all both confused. At that point, my sister-in-law is there. My sister-in-law is already there. My elder sister is already there. Everybody was confused. Juma said I should come, let her check me again. She checked me and she said, but she's not seeing any placenta. That she could only feel the baby's head and the baby's membrane. Then it didn't get to 1 hour after she told me that she didn't feel any placenta. I started having contraction. Gradually the contraction started increasing. I was having contraction and I was seeing blood, not the labor blood, bright red blood. At that point, I don't know what to think again at that point. Like, I do not know what to think again at that point. I was sure trying to be strong. I was trying not to cry because I hate crying in my, if I'm, or shouting, even if it's at times the pain becomes so unbearable and you don't even know when you shout. But I try as much as possible not to cry during my contraction or labor. So I was trying to be strong, but the pain was unbearable. Blood was coming out. So, and she would check me. She said we already at 6 cm. Then the contraction was already intense. It was already so painful, 6 cm. And I'm still at 6 cm. And the contraction was already so intense. I said, okay, anyhow, we must bring this baby out today. I found myself speaking some words into my life, into the life of my baby. I was just speaking words. So she would check me and she would say, then she checked me again. There was one that she checked me and she said, she was confused and she was looking confused. I asked her what. She said that I went back to 4 cm. I was already at 6 cm. She said I went back to 4 cm, that the cord is dragging the baby back. And I was in pain. You guys, at that moment, I'm not seeing anybody. I could not see anybody. The only thing in my head is, I just need to get this baby out. Because the pain was intense. She said, okay, I should go and start walking around. And at that moment, the blood have stopped. Because according to the woman, she said if it's placenta previa, that immediately she put her hand to check me, that there should be a lot of bleeding. That the bleeding will be intense. But she put her hand to check me and there was no bleeding, which is true. So she said I should start walking around. I started walking around her house with that pain. I was going around her house. I couldn't record that part because everybody was already confused. And I was trying as much as possible not to cry. So I was going round. I went round her compound. And she checked me again. It's already back to 6 cm. I said, okay. I decided myself. I started going round. Like, I was now doing it quickly. Even when I was in pain, I was in severe pain. I was now going quickly. So I turned the first one and came to the front yard. Turned the second one. On reaching the front yard, there was this urge to use the restroom. I screamed that I want to use the restroom. So she was not thinking, oh, she just checked me and it's 6 cm. So she was not thinking that it's restroom. They carried me, they rushed where I'll go, and then lo and behold, it's the baby's head that is coming out. The same baby's head that scan told me that I can't. Oh Jesus. They said it's not possible. That is how the doctor put it. It's not possible that this, if the baby try to come out, she will be stressing on the placenta, and according to them, so they said I might lose the baby and I might lose my womb. That same baby head is the head coming out. So the woman screamed. So the woman rushed. When she saw that it's the baby head that was coming out, she rushed, carried me. And you guys, that was how I delivered my baby. That was how I gave birth to my baby naturally, no tear, no cesarean section, even when the doctor said that is the only thing left to do. I gave birth to her naturally. Then placenta refused to come out. My baby is out, but the placenta refused to come out for like 30 minutes. For like 30 minutes, you guys, placenta refused to come out. The same placenta that they said was covering the baby from coming out refused to come out. And that time, I was already losing my breath. So the midwife said I should be doing, which I was doing. She tried. Finally, for like 30 to 40 minutes, placenta decided to come out. Placenta came out. They cleaned me up, brought me out of the labor, out of the favor room, because it's a favor room. They brought me out of the favor room and gave me a bed to lie down. So when I came out, the midwife said they should get me something very cold. Yeah, they should give me a very cold, and that's the first time of me hearing that a woman that just put to bed should take a cold something. I was surprised actually. So they said they should give me a very cold drink. So they got me malt, and I took the malt. I couldn't even finish it because I took it 5-10 minutes after taking the malt. I started bleeding. Like the whole bed was drained with blood. I started bleeding. They rushed me back into the favor room, and she was now pressing my tummy. I was now put to drip. They put drip to my hand, and the bleeding reduced. They cleaned me up. I came out, and I was asked to drink another cold something. So at this point, I took only water, cold water. I took 1 full bottle water, and that was how the bleeding stopped. So that was how I gave birth to my baby, and we came back home that same day. Like after that was it, I was so strong. After some minutes, I was strong. So I want to know what you guys think of my story. Like, have you had any experience with anything that has to do with placenta? If you're a mother, how did it go? Or you know somebody that has such experience, just comment in this comment section what you think of my story. And you guys, I would like you to follow me and appreciate this God. Thank this God for me, because God has been so awesome. I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to my husband, to my sister, to my sister-in-law, to Baby Chair, to everybody that contacted me during that hard time. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be ending this video here. So I'd like to, but I'll be ending this video here, but I'll be in the comment section interacting with you guys. So tell me what you think about this my story, and hopefully we'll see in the next video. Bye bye. Love you guys so much. Mwah!